Mr. Strange here, and today we're going to be talking to you about Apollo 11. Oh, that's right, Apollo 11. And what I have to say is going to kind of maybe get you sneaky up by a surprise there, but I have found evidence on the internet that Apollo 11 was nothing but a big moon set that was set up in the desert by the CIA. The CIA. That's right, friends, the CIA. And they were in partnership with NASA. Oh, as you can probably imagine, that's not a very good combination when it comes to telling the truth, is it there, friends? I don't think so, and neither does anyone else. But I just like to show you here what I think of this Apollo 11 mission and what Expat Taffy has to think about this Apollo mission, because it was all done on the desert. Nowhere else, but it was done in the desert somewhere out by Area 51. And the site was still out there today. In fact, you can fly over there and you can actually see the craters that they dug up so that they could, trains. That's what they said. They were out there training. That's right, friends. But guess what I found? Whoa, looks like NASA's just taking their little moon set there back out of the closet, because look at this. What do you call that down there? Now, do you think that this here limb was taken by an LRO that was way up there, 70 miles up in space? Oh, you gotta ask yourself that question now, don't you there, friends? But if you listen to Bertie Slack and his little crazy Easter Bunny Pop Robson, you know what they'll tell you? They'll tell you that this here was taken from 70 miles up in space, above the surface of the moon. Oh, that's right, friends. The surface of the moon, way up there in the sky there, you see? Now, how could they get pictures like this? If they were actually up there 70 miles, and GOI, that's owned by the Google company, they're 420 some miles above the Earth, and yet, ooh, look at the photographs that we get from there. Oh, I can see the sunroof in my car there, for crying out loud, in the parking lot. And yet, look at this. This is what we get from the LRO that's supposed to have the same camera. Well, close to the same camera on it. And this is the photography that we get right down there. Now, first of all, don't you think that's a little bit strange there, friends? Don't you think that they would be able to get a picture that's a little bit better quality than this piece of crap down here? Well, they certainly would there, I'll tell you that right now. But, I don't think this, he's got a plume deflector right there and another one down there, and the only thing this is deflecting is slack-ass's bullshit. That's what I think is deflecting. It certainly is. Well, I'm just going to run through these photographs here, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. Now, this is a joke here now, isn't it, friends? This is a real joke. Oh, my dear God. So, let's just roll through a few of these photos and take them apart and see if we can't see what's going on here. All right there, friends? Okay, let's show the next photo there, please. Now, in the typical photography of the NASA administration, we always notice one thing. It's always the same, and note it. See that shadow right over there? Okay, now that shadow is supposed to brighten up to reveal what's underneath it if that was a real shadow. But if you brighten this up over here, you brighten that there shadow up, you'll see that there's nothing. Whoa, there's nothing underneath that shadow. Which means that that shadow has been drawn on there, friend, just like NASA draws everything else in just to make so it looks all nice and neat like there. Now, can you tell me something, friends? Can you tell if that there is a lamb can you tell me if that's the lamb? It sure don't look like one to me. It almost looks like the dribble that Slack drops off in his bucket every week there to the pharmacy. Well, it certainly does there, because that's all he can do is just dribble and dribble and dribble on and on and on. About nothing, actually. Now, can you also tell me something? Does that there look like a television camera to you? Does that look like a television camera? Well, I don't know about you there, friends, but I can't see diddly squat. I can't see anything on that picture at all. And what about this here P7RLLL on the LRRRR down there? See, now don't look at that there, huh? Now, can you see anything that looks like scientific equipment that's down there? Oh, can you, friends? So's I sure certainly can. I don't know about you, but there's something here, something wrong with this here scene, doesn't it there, friends? Because there's no shadows at all. No shadows. But yet this goo there's got a shadow on it, so something wrong with that right there, I'll tell you that right now. So, let's just have a look at this next photograph, see what we can pick apart over here now. Right there, friends, please. I'll show the next picture. Now, friends, taking a look at this over here, right? Now, they say this is supposed to be a photograph of the LEM, that is the Apollo 11, the bottom stage of it there, that's supposed to be still on the surface of the moon. But, I'll tell you, have you ever wondered, and have you ever watched that incident, the tether incident that was on the space shuttle, where the little satellite at the end of it snapped, and all the coil and the cord, it went all coily, and it went off like 70 some miles out there into space, and all these little critters started to gather around it out there in space. Oh, now doesn't this here look like one of them little space critters now, doesn't it there, friends, eh? Oh, it certainly does. Now, I think these down here look more like globes to me, or doesn't look like something wrong over here now, doesn't it there, friends? But this here, oh, does this look like that space critter there, eh? Well, it's just too bad this little dude just couldn't open his mouth a little wider there and swallow Slackass's entire channel. Well, he's at it. He might as well go ahead and swallow Slackass's little Easter bunny, too. Wow, those guys are nothing but a joke. Oh, by the way there, hey, Matt Kent. Oh, can't wait till you put up your $10,000 to get rid of expat taffy, amigo. You're the biggest joke I've ever heard since 1962. Oh, my dear Lord here. Oh, and that Paul Julian. Oh, that's another one of them crazy nutcases there. That he should be stuck in a rubber room right beside Luke as Matt Kent and that crazy cotton picking face 52012 dude there. Oh, you guys will all be stuck in a space shuttle and shot off into space somewhere where nobody can listen to any more of your bullshit. That's what I think. But anyways, now how can you guys think that this is supposed to be a LEM? No, that's supposed to be taken from 70 miles in lunar orbit too. Oh, but the GeoEye, it can take photographs of license plates and takes photographs of cars and rooftops and sunroofs, everything else, including the windshield wipers too, there, matter of fact. And it's only 420 miles up there in space. But this here, this LRO, it's only 70 miles up in space, and it can't even take a decent photograph of one of these here supposed LEMs. Yeah, that's a terrible thing, isn't it there, friends? Oh, it certainly is. Well, we'll have to take a look at this next photograph here that's coming right up. All right there, friends? Okay, next one, please.
Franklin, we see a long line, couple of star-like things, and a lot of things swimming in the foreground. Can you describe what you're seeing?
Well, the long line is a tether, and there's a little bit of debris that kind of flies with us, and it's illuminated by the sun at such low angle. So there's a lot of stray light, and it's getting washed out quickly, but Claude is trying to do a quick, good job here adjusting the cameras.
Copy that.
In that description by the crew, this is the tether in the satellite with approximately 12 miles of tether still attached to it. Columbia and the satellite now just passing over the west coast of northern Africa.
Now, friends, this is Flagstaff, Arizona, where NASA did all the fake moon landings from. It certainly was. And what they did over here was they took a whole bunch of diesel fuel and a bunch of the fertilizer there, and they blew all these craters into the desert. And this is where all the stage was set for all your Apollo photography, all over here and up there and down there and all over the place here now, you see. And all they did was they took a limb and they just went kerplunk and they stuck it down somewhere over here and they just made all the backdrops for the sets, way over there and over here, and they just made the hills up there, and can't forget Mount Hadley, which is now Mount Hadit. Sure, certainly is. After Expat Taffy got through with that one there, slack ass nigga, not going to be able to build your church there anymore now, are you, mate? Well, you sure like to worship that mountain there, don't you, slack ass? Well, it's gone now. History. It's in the history books along with you pretty soon, too. But this is how they did it there, friends. All they did was went out here and they just blew holes in the ground in the Arizona desert, just make it look like one big moon. They certainly did. So let's get back to the pictures and let's see how else they fake this nonsense. All right there, friends? Okay, on with the picture, please. Now, friends, have you ever seen scummy dross that's come out of a forge after metal has been discarded? Oh, now this is what this looks like to me over here, doesn't it there? It looks like scummy dross after metal has been worked and discarded from a forge. It certainly does. Now, I want to ask you all a question here. How can you tell that this here is supposed to be a lem, huh? You tell me that. And what about this down here? Well, the Z footpad and the PLSS number 1 is atop the footpad. Well, I don't think it's atop anything, if you ask me there. I don't know how these guys can believe this bull crap. And then this up here, it's got PLSS number 2. Oh, that's a real bad one there, isn't it, friends? Because you can't see anything except a tiny little blur on the screen. And they ask us to believe that this is reality? Oh, that's a bad thing these dudes are doing, and it's a bad thing these dudes are teaching our kids. Oh, that's bad. And what about this up here? Can't forget that. The MESA table deployed. Well, I don't think so there. It looks more like a little bit sort of scummy dross that's hanging off of the metal. Came out of a forage. It certainly is. Now, how can you guys go and believe this kind of stuff that Slack Ass and his little pet Easter Bunny and Luke S. and Matt Kent and all the rest of them, and Paul Julian and Luke S., just like I said before there, and Phase 52 and all the rest of those dudes there now, huh? Because they are nothing but the worst liars that there is. And that goes for that Slack Ass's crazy little pet Easter critter too. Now, so terrible thing these guys are doing to our kids. Yes, it certainly is. And all more tax dollars going right up in smoke, just the same as it did back in 1971. It certainly is down there, friends. So, that's my spiel for today. So, hide he and hody ho and all that other stuff there. Mr. Strange out.